for the junior division?
I don't know. I haven't been involved in it a few years, but I'm excited to be involved. And I was just looking at the thing, and both teams have like 8 returning players, so it should be a competitive game.
Yeah, no question. This St. Mary's team, they, they're a relatively young team. They only have 3 returning players here, I believe, and 3 of them are starting, is what Coach said. And same with Superior Heights. They're a really young squad as well. They are starting 2 grade 9s and only 2 grade 10s played last year for these guys. So again, it's going to be a young team here. Talking to Coach Magic, Coach was saying he expects this whole league to be extremely close this year. He thinks that there's going to be a lot of parity, and it's kind of a toss-up right now. So we'll see how things go as St. Mary's wins the jump ball, but Drayden Brock takes it. Brock kicks it out. Superior Heights.
There's an early travel.
Yeah, travel by Bukazeli at the top of the key. Ashton, if you're coaching, or early on in the season, first game of the year with these 2 teams, what are you telling your kids?
I got to tell my kids to keep their nerves and emotions in check. It's your first game of the year. You're excited. You want to be out there, but you can't let the emotions get the better of you. Get in early foul trouble. You got to settle it down early. Get an easy basket maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Sayers with it. Sayers, one of those returning players.
There you go.
And Sayers nails the baseline, Jay, to give the Superior Heights Steelhawks a 2-0 lead. Marys dribbles the ball up.
Superior Heights looks to be in his zone.
Yeah, it looks like
a little bit of a matchup zone though. There's a switch.
Marys is running their typical flex offense that they've been known for so many years. And there's a baseline 3 that's off the mark. Nice rebound by Bishop. And Bishop with the ball for Superior. Bishop over to Brock. Brock with the 3. Just off the mark. Nice rebound on the play by Ouellette.
Seems a little bit rushed, but
Ouellette with a nice bounce pass inside, but great defense. Nice job collapsing by Superior Heights. Superior Heights kicks it up. Nice hands by
There's
Ouellette.
A nice play.
Yeah. Ouellette was a strong player for this team last year as a grade 9. Good, solid contributor. He'll be one of the players to watch here in this junior division. Out to Carrier. Carrier looks inside to Barsani. Barsani kicks it back out to Sherratt. Sherratt back over to Carrier. Carrier back to Sherratt. Sherratt with a shot. Off the mark again, and the ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be Superior Heights basketball. Sayers on the inbound, and he'll dish it into Richard. Richard with it now. Richard, one-on-one, kicks it out to Bishop. Bishop back to Sayers. Sayers with a nice move there. Back out to Bishop. Bishop kicks it out along the outside, and there's a long 3 from Bishop. Rims in and out. Nice rebound by Richard. Richard with a beautiful move inside. Yeah. Nice rebound there by Hukazeli. Hukazeli back out to Richard. Richard with a shot. Big block on the play by Carrier, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be St. Mary's basketball.
Superior Heights seems to be running a 5-out motion offense, even against the zone.
Yeah, I know. And then in the flex, running the flex against the zone isn't normally a common move either. But that's what we're seeing here. But this is kind of what St. Mary's does. They've been running this play for goodness since I've been in high school. So long time. And there's a long 3 by Barsani. I think that was a 2 actually. Sorry, he had a foot on the line, but Barsani gets Mary's on the board with their first bucket of the season. Drayden Brock goes baseline. Brock kicks it back to Richard. Richard
dribbled it into the double team.
Yeah, nice play by Carrier there. And St. Mary's comes up strong on D. Barsani kicks it into Ouellette. Ouellette with the dribble. And Nero with the pop out. Nero looks inside. And Nero pulls up the 3. And that's off, and it's a rebound by Superior. Nice transition there to Sayers. Sayers with a beautiful jump shot. And Sayers with another 2 points.
I'd say Mary's lack of getting back in transition.
Ouellette looks inside. Barsani unable to make a connection there, and it's kicked back out to Sherratt. Sherratt inside to Barsani. Barsani kicks it out to Carrier. Carrier with a nice drive. Sayers with another nice defensive play. Ashton Sayers has been a guy to watch here so far.
Yeah, has been. He's taken a majority of that 2-footed jump stop. Was nice. Active on the defense. He's one of the active ones on the board. Both teams seem to be standing around on the offensive glass. Shots go up and they're looking and not attacking.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, there's a nice play.
Yeah, nice defensive play by Brock. Brock has Nero one-on-one. Brock up top to Richard. Richard with a nice take inside, but good defense by Marys, and there's a turnover by Barsani. Barsani now with it. Barsani takes it. He's at the top of the key. They set up over to Nero. Nero. Brock's going to give him that shot all day long if he wants it. He kicks it over to Carrier. Carrier with a beautiful pass to Ouellette. And that's it, Ash.
That's the flex cut.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the classic play. Richard with a nice baseline take. A nice jump shot there. Brandon Richard with another 2. Here comes Ouellette now. Ouellette for Marys. Has Richard all over him. Great defense there. Nice kick out to Sherratt. Sherratt with it. Sherratt kicks it over to Carrier. Carrier looks. Carrier over to Nero. There's that back cut again. It's almost like I don't know what they're playing defensively.
It's like a matchup zone.
Yeah,
it looks like they're switching, but they're in a soft. Wide open break here for Sayers.
Yeah. Oh,
lost control of the dribble.
Yeah, he looked at the net there before securing the ball, and there's Ouellette with it, and Ouellette with a beautiful take inside.
And he traveled.
He's going to call it travel on that one. And there's going to be some substitutions as
the pace of this game for a junior game has been pretty good for a first game of the year, I thought. It's been okay.
It's been back and forth, no question. Uga Parra in the game for Marys, along with Barone. Terazinski in the game for Superior Heights, along with Brassard. And there's a turnover there. And Carrier with it. Carrier kicks it out. Ugapagda over to Ouellette. Ouellette now with a drive inside. And they're going to call they're going to call a foul on Richard.
Do you find it just a little strange that it seems like Superior Heights is running they're both running man offenses against the zone?
I know. Yeah. Nero with it at the top of the key. Nero kicks it back to Ouellette. Ouellette just short. Nice rebound by Richard.
Nice outlet.
Yeah, up to Brock. Brock with a beautiful pass to Brassard. Oh, Brassard might have got away with a little travel there, but Richard with a nice baseline take.
Nice take.
Yeah, that's we've seen him do that a couple times here, Ashton.
That baseline appears to be open the whole game. They're not cutting it off.
It's not an easy shot either, especially in junior, and they're making no mistake. Nero with it now. Nero back out to Carrier. Carrier. He looks. Carrier finds Barone with it. Barone looks. Barone with a nice take inside, and big foul there by Richard. And Barone will go to the line for 2 with 2:21 to play. Superior Heights up to an 8-4 lead. And we're going to have our first stoppage in play here. I'm going to send it over to Ashton for some sponsorship, or just take a minute to thank a couple of our sponsors.
Right. The player of the game is brought to you by Domino's of Sault Ste. Marie, and Team Essentials have teamed up with Saultsports.com to honor the high school top player of the game. When Sault Sports TV streams their regular and postseason games, each game Sault Sports TV announcers will select a player from each one of the teams, where they'll be awarded a Domino's medium pizza and Team Essentials with a Team Essentials player of the game tee.
Perfect. So we do that. We've been doing that for every game this season, and Domino's and Team Essentials have been absolutely amazing supporters of high school sports. So we'd like to thank them very much for what they do. Ashton, what are your thoughts so far? I know you said you were impressed with the pace of the game here early on.
I thought the pace has been good. The nerves seem to be a little bit there, but I mean, it's junior basketball. You can expect mistakes early, clean up later as you go on. But I thought the pace has been okay, and both teams look fairly prepared for. I don't know how long the preparation preseason's been, but
yeah, I don't think it's been too long with football, because football went late this year, and it's a little different, Ashton?
And some other things.
Yeah. 10 days of practice before.
10 days. Yeah. I mean, to see both offenses implemented fairly well in 10 days is pretty good.
Yeah, no question. But again, Ashton, what was I going to say? Oh, I was talking to Coach Magic, and that's kind of what he was saying, right, about this, was he thinks that the keys to the game early on in the season are going to be defense, right? Because the offense is naturally going to come down the road, but defense early on, he expects to play a major role. And if you look at what Mary's is doing defensively, look at this. Every time Superior Heights drives, they collapse with 2 or 3 guys, and they've had some success with that so far.
I agree, and the other thing too is rebounding is going to be huge, right? Yeah. If you can score some cheap points with some offensive rebounds, that's going to help you early in these early games. But
yeah, Richard now he kicks it out to Tarazinski. Tarazinski just a little strong. Ugapagna on the rebound, and here comes Mary's. What a great pass to Ouellette. Oh yeah, just out of the reach of Ouellette, and it'll be Superior Heights basketball. Back down the floor. Broussard will inbound it to Richard. St. Mary's sets up in man. And Drayden Brock from downtown, just a little strong. Carrier with a nice rebound. Pass up to Barone. Barone out to Ugapagna.
Those shots you can get at any time in a shot clock. You gotta maybe work it a little more deeper into the shot clock, trying to find a better shot early.
Nero looks inside to Barone. Barone back out to Ugapagna. From downtown, off the back rim, battle down low. Nice job by Brock to tip that out. And here comes Sayers. And Sayers is going to be fouled by, I believe that was Carrier on the foul. Looks like Will Madaw and Xavier Carter are coming into the game for Sayers and Brock for Superior Heights. Coach Kolak is using his bench early on. Ashton, do you like that? Get more players involved early on.
Early.
Into the game.
You don't know what injuries are going to pop up in the season, so to get them as much experience as they can early, it's a big thing for your team. Creates depth.
Nice play out to Ouellette. Ouellette with it. Ouellette. Oh, what a great
cut
by
cut.
Barone and just off. Here comes Richard. Richard with a nice Euro step and good effort down low, and it's going to be St. Mary's basketball back down the floor. Been impressed so far by the play of Nathan Barone off the bench, Ashton, for St. Mary's.
Yeah.
He seems like a confident player out there.
What? Is that number 11?
He's 13. There's a turnover on the play, so it'll be Superior Heights with 51.3 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Low scoring quarter for Mono shots have gone up though, but
Richard looks. Richard again can't get inside that help defense of St. Mary's.
That was a travel.
Yeah, absolutely. Tarazinski tried to make the pass, but terrific defense there by Mary's, Ashton. They just blanketed him, and great job of following the man.
They seem to have figured out that cut a little bit, eh? Yeah. They're cutting it off now.
Barone inbounds it to Ouellette. Ouellette takes it up. 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Carrier with it. Carrier looks inside to Nero. Oh, Nero was open a little earlier. But Nero one-on-one down low, and that's tough to stop. If he can,
that's a big body you got to get involved.
Great rebound by Madaw though. Now Madaw with it. Madaw out to Carter. Carter back to Richard. Richard with a nice take, pulls up from the elbow.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Drains it. Beautiful shot there by Braden Richard.
He looks to be feeling it there, Bono. He's pretty fired up. He looks. That's a nice take.
At the buzzer, Liam Ouellette cuts the lead to 3 after the first quarter of play. The Superior Heights Steelhawks hold on to a 10-7 lead. Ashton, what are your thoughts after the first quarter?
My thoughts of the first quarter have been, it's been a pretty good junior basketball game here for the first game of the season, and both teams seem to shake the nerves out early. Defensively, they both looked pretty solid. Offensively, there's been some shots that I've questioned on the Superior Heights side, but St. Mary's offense seems to be extremely disciplined as always. Looking for that flex offense. Yeah. If I'm Superior Heights, I would continue to attack that baseline. That baseline seemed to be their best. Yeah. That baseline seemed to be open for most of it, And then they went away and they started attacking from the top of the key, which seemed to be shut down until Richard made that nice little corner jumper there.
Well, we talked about it, Ashton. It seems like you're right? When Superior Heights is trying to penetrate through the middle, St. Mary's does an outstanding job of help defense and does a great job of really, just collapsing on everybody, right? And I think you're right. I think they need to attack the outside a little bit more, and nice to see them do that there. Ash, do you want to just thank a couple more of our sponsors here while we have a quick break in the action?
Yeah, we'd like to thank Thompson Hardwood Flooring and Refurnishing, custom installer, restorer, and sander finisher. And MaximusRose.com. No broker is the same. They've earned the stripes by doing things differently, specializing in benefits and pension plans. Visit MaximusRose.com today for more information.
Yeah, again, we'd just like to thank our sponsors. We wouldn't be able to bring this to you without their support and their help. So thank you very much. As it looks like St. Mary's will get the ball here to start. Carrier is going to inbound it. Carrier.
Does it look like Superior Heights went to a man?
There's Nero. Nero over to Barone. Barone looks. Barone over to Ouellette. Ouellette over to Ugapagda. He makes a nice move along the baseline. What a pass out to Barone. Barone. I love that move by Barone, Ashton.
It's a nice take.
He just plays the game confidently, right?
Yes.
I like that about him.
A little bit out of control there.
Yeah. Nice pass out to Madaw. And his shot just long. And Barone again with the rebound. Barone. He looks. He takes the screen from Nero. Superior Heights with the switch. Over to Carrier. Carrier over to Ugapagda. Nice drive on the baseline.
Nice take.
Yeah, what a pass to Nero inside. Nero with a nice move. And how do you stop him if he gets rolling? That's nice play there by Marys. Superior looks to counter. He kicks it out to Brassard.
Oh.
Brassard in and out. And Nero with a great rebound. Nero to Ugapagda. A nice take. Oh, and just off. Great rebound. Been impressed with Madaw on the glass here so far, Ashton.
Yeah, they've been. Here's that baseline attack.
Oh, that's better. Nice defense again.
Cut that off.
By Barone, yeah. Madaw kicks it out to Carter. Carter puts it inside to Wilson.
Oh, that's a nice crash off there, unfortunate.
Yeah. Cruz Wilson checked into the game, so I didn't see that for Superior Heights. Looks like St. Mary's is bringing in number 14, Lucas Sherrod again, and number 20, Barsani. Barsani has the ball at the top of the key. Barsani, nice screen by Nero. Great defense there by Wilson. And there's Sherrod. Sherrod kicks it out to Barone. There's going to be a foul there, it looks like, on Brassard.
Seems to be substitution coming in for Superior Heights.
Okay, that's number 24, Hukazali, and number 3, Seth Bishop. Little surprised to see Sayers out of the game still for Superior Heights, right?
Yeah.
He had a strong start to that
I thought he
game.
was their best player on the floor.
Yeah, would agree. Barsani looks inside. Barsani over to Ugapagda. Over to Barone now. He looks. And that pass is, I don't know if that went off the hand or what happened there, but it will be Superior Heights ball. And Madaw with a quick inbound, but they're going to have to bring that back, obviously. You have to give it to the ref first. A little too eager.
The other ref dropped it.
Yeah. Madaw puts it into Wilson. Wilson now. Wilson takes it up to Carter.
Oh,
Carter
there's a nice backdoor cut.
What a play.
It got it.
Yeah, nice play there. Nice give and go by Wilson and Carter. Barsanti uses Nero. Nero with a nice screen and roll.
He's big enough. He can square up there. He's got to square up.
Yeah. Yeah, if he can square up, Ashton, to your point, I don't know how you stop him, right?
You don't.
He does a great job. You know, you've coached basketball a long time, right? So it's really frustrating when you see those big guys, they grab those rebounds and they bring the ball down. He does a really nice job of keeping the ball up, right? And
using that big frame to keep the shot block away from him, and he's just not squaring up or turning in. There you go, like that.
Exactly, right? Great play there by Anthony Nero, and he makes no mistake, and he'll go to the line for one with an opportunity to tie the game with 5:29 to play in the second quarter.
I don't know if Superior Heights has the answer to stop him.
Yeah. So, you know, if you're Coach Kolak here and you have a guy like Nero who's really starting to pick it up here and kind of take control of the game, but maybe you don't have the biggest team, how would you stop that?
I'd be sending every time the ball enters into him, I'd be sending my guard down to force him to not put it down. And every time he puts it on the ground, the ball's got to be coming out of his hand from your guard. That's how I would do it, but.
Absolutely, yeah. Barone now with it. Barone has a lot of space. Barone up to Barsani. Barsani looks inside to Nero. What a pass to Barone. And Barone's shot, he doesn't get the roll. What a rebound by Ugo Pagda. He kicks it out to Sherratt. Sherratt out to Barsanti. Barsanti looks inside.
Nice cut.
What a play and pass, and just off. And nice rebound there by Carter. Carter over to Madaw. Madaw out to Bishop. Bishop over to Carter. Carter tries to look inside, but nice play by Nero. And Nero's pass is just off as there was a little bit of confusion. Drayden Brock and here comes Sayers now come back in the game for Wilson and Madaw. And Wilson and Madaw off the bench, Ashton. That was a great run by them.
It was. That.
Here comes Brock now. Drayden Brock with it. Brock, he looks, he kicks it out to Carter. Carter back, and they're going to call a travel there on Hukazeli. Nero comes out of the game, and in comes Liam Dubois for the Knights.
Making his first appearance?
Yeah. Dubois is a grade 10 athlete. Here's Barsanti. Barsanti over to Ugo Pagda. He's got Brock all over him. Brock over to Dubois, sorry. Dubois looks. He kicks it out to Sherratt now. Sherratt looks. There's a nice back cut, but what defense there by Hukazeli. And there's Barone. Barone with a
Will Sayers makes an appearance.
Sayers. You called it, Ashton.
Oh.
And jeez.
Everything but the finish.
Yeah. That was, those open baskets are going to be tough. Oh, and he falls, unfortunately, and Barone. What a take by Barone. Was there no call there? Yeah. Looked like he got hacked
Will
right
Sayers
in the face.
is everywhere.
Oh,
a little out of control.
Yeah. Barsani now with the steal. And Barsani comes back and more under control.
Oh.
And again misses. I love.
This might be a coaching point to settle them down here.
I love the fact that Barsani went for a jump layup there, though. I like that, right? And then they call that one. But are they going to call that on the floor?
Did they give him the end one? I don't know. Oh, they did?
Yeah, they gave it to him. Nice take there by Drayden Brock. As he's able to he's able to put home his first bucket of the high school season. Drayden Brock, an outstanding two-sport athlete for the Superior Heights Steelhawks. I've had the pleasure of coaching Drayden in Sioux Minor football, and outstanding young man, and comes from an outstanding family as well.
There's a nice offensive rebound and put back.
Yeah, great play there by Richard.
I hear you with Drayden Brock. My very good friend coaches him in high school, and he said he was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's one of those kids, like, very coachable, right? Which is what you want, right? So here's St. Mary's Carrier with it now. Carrier over to Ouellette. Ouellette kicks it out. Ouellette with a nice move inside. What a take, Ashton. Little guy in there against the trees. Here comes Richard. Richard out to Bishop. Bishop with a nice pass to Sayers. Sayers. Sayers with maybe got away with an extra step there, but that's okay. Out to Frost now. Frost tries to take it inside again, Ashton.
It's too tough to dribble through that.
Absolutely. Ouellette now with it. Ouellette takes it up. Ouellette looks. Ouellette had Richard all over him. Nice pass inside. Barsani goes up strong. Good take. That's going to be off of Brock, and it's going to be St. Mary's basketball with 2:37 to play in the second quarter.
St. Mary's on the offense here. They keep doing these turnaround jumps. They just got to take a dribble, square up, and they're going to get some easy layups here. Kind of hurting themselves.
Another substitution, it looked like, and St. Mary's on the inbound. Ouellette looks.
Oh, the cut didn't come to the middle. There it is.
There's Carrier. Carrier goes up strong. Nice take.
There's the.
Yeah, that's a good take. Here comes Richard now. Richard dribbles the ball up. Richard with a nice move inside. Tough shot there, though. Gets his own rebound.
Gets his own
somehow.
rebound.
And good job by Dubois to step in and grab that. Nice sportsmanship as well, and it'll be
Superior Heights ball.
Superior Heights ball with 2:19 to play.
I'm going to mention again, the pace in this junior game has been very good.
Yeah, it's
There's only 2 minutes left in the second quarter. There's been many stoppages.
and Dubois is going to come in for Nero. Good job by Dubois. You know, he did a nice job offensively. You know, good job defensively. Grabbed a rebound. That's all you can ask for. As Brock pulls up and Brock's shot's
It's another
off.
offensive rebound. Superior Heights seems to start to be crashing the offensive boards a little bit more.
Brock off again. Nice board by Ugapagda. And it's Ouellette now with it. Ouellette has the ball up top. Ouellette with a beautiful take. It's a nice defensive play there by Superior. Nice pass over to Carrier. Carrier goes up. His shot's off. There's a rebound by Richard. Richard now with it.
Superior Heights wants to.
Sorry.
They really want to push that pace,
Yeah.
Every time they get the ball, they're looking to run here on offense.
Which isn't a bad move, right?
No.
I mean, if you look at what we've seen so far, it seems like Superior Heights is using way more of their bench so far than St. Mary's is, right? So try and tire these starters out here. Ugapagda with it. And
that's good defense.
Yeah, what help defense there, and here goes Richard. Richard goes up.
Oh,
and
my
again,
goodness.
another missed layup.
Picks up the.
What a follow there by Nicholas Frost, the grade 9, and he's going to go to the line for 2. But Ashton, that's 2 wide open layups we have seen Superior Heights miss, and you know you hope those don't come back to haunt them later on.
You hope not, but you can also see Superior Heights is starting to take over a little bit on the offensive boards here. It's probably about their 4th or 5th offensive rebound in the last 3-4 minutes of play. So we're going to see if that becomes a factor late.
Frost. He's 1 for 1 from the line. Ashton, you know, we talked a lot about free throws in the girls' league in the girls' season this year, and it was amazing how, you know, when we started tracking free throws at the end of each game, how free throws were the difference in the majority of games, right? And I've noticed so far in this game, you know, lots of misses early on, and we'll see if that comes back to haunt these teams later on. As Barone now takes it inside. Barone out to Carrier. Carrier with it. Over to Nero. Nero back out to Barsanti. Barsanti with a nice take inside. Great defense there by Superior. Nero now with it.
I feel like that he needs to be under the basket.
Yeah.
He's too far away right there.
And there's Carrier with a beautiful play inside. What a pass. I wasn't sure. I didn't see who made that pass, but that was a nice play by St. Mary's. Here goes Superior. Frost now. Frost looks, and what hands by Barone. Barone, and then he
That's
gets
nice hustle right there by.
What a play by number 13, Wooten.
It's a nice hustle play there by Wooten.
Wooten, a heck of a.
Getting back on defense, preventing that basket.
Yeah, great effort there by Superior Heights. St. Mary's with 30 seconds left, looking to take, I believe, what would be their first lead of the game.
I was just going to ask, do you think they're going to?
Oh, nice shot. Barone from downtown.
If you're Superior Heights, or do you hold for last shot?
I think you want to at this point, as St. Mary's with their first lead of the game, and they're going to call an illegal screen on that play, I believe. Yeah, illegal screen on Madaz. He was a little too enthusiastic. Big opportunity here, Ashton. You know, St. Mary's has been down the majority of this game.
After trailing all half.
Yeah, if they can get another bucket and take a 5-point lead into half, be pretty happy, I would think, if you're Coach Magic. Here comes Ouellette now. Ouellette uses the screen from Nero. What a beautiful
nice
pick and roll.
Pick and roll.
Yeah, that's exactly how you draw it up.
That's a big momentum shift at the end of the half right there for St. Mary's.
Yeah, absolutely. What a finish to that half for the St. Mary's Knights. After the first half of play from St. Mary's College in Sault Ste. Marie, the St. Mary's Knights have a 22-17 lead. We will be back in about 10 minutes' time with second half action here from St. Mary's. Welcome back to St. Mary's Gymnasium here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario for junior boys basketball action between the St. Mary's Knights and the Superior Heights Steelhawks. I'm Tony Boniferro, joined alongside Ashton Young. Ashton, St. Mary's has a 22-17 lead here. You know, if you're the coach of St. Mary's, what are you telling your boys after that first half of play?
If you're St. Mary's Coach Magic, you're telling them to build off that final minute and a half there of that quarter when you went on about an 8-0 run there to take the lead at the end half by 3. And just continue to build from there. Keep that clean offense working. Work on your defensive rebound. There's not much boxing out. And then if you're a Superior Heights coach, you tell them you played most of the first half better than St. Mary's, but at that you got a little slop at the end of the half there. So clean it up and should have a pretty good second half.
Yeah, absolutely. And St. Mary's is going to go to the line here for 2. I don't know what the refs are talking to the stands about, but Carrier is at the line. And he gets the shooter's bounce.
Died off the stanchion.
Yeah. So this is the first game of the year, so we do apologize if we're mispronouncing a few names. We will get that figured out for the next game once we talk to the coaches. We're doing our best, so if you're out there listening and we're mispronouncing a name and it's driving you crazy, we sincerely apologize. It's
a nice team.
Yeah, Drayden Brock with a beautiful take inside, able to put that one home. Superior Heights needed that action. I feel like they really needed
to stop
here.
that run.
Yeah.
They appear to know they don't want to slow down this ball at all, eh?
No.
There's a hustle foul by Sayers. It's okay.
Yeah. So it'll be St. Mary's basketball, up by 5. Barsanti will inbound over to Ouellette. Ouellette has it. Ouellette puts it over.
There's
to
that
Carrier.
backdoor cut.
Yeah, what a play there by Carrier, and just off. Good defensive hustle there, though, but Trzynski with it for Superior Heights. Over to Richard. Richard now. Over to Brock. Brock has it. Brock up to Sayers. Sayers. And they're going to call a travel on Sayers. Calling the girls' games this season, Ashton, that seems like it's been a point of emphasis for the officials this year.
The traveling?
Is that travel at the top of the key, right? Right off the bat. I've seen that called a lot this
They're just
season.
picking that back foot up early.
Yeah,
Got to put the ball.
Ouellette now with it. Ouellette over to Barsanti. Barsanti looks inside to Sherratt. Sherratt with a beautiful pass outside to Ouellette.
Good job by number 1 to cut him off there.
Richard, nice defense. Oh, good pass inside, and Sherratt up again, though, Ashton, like you talked about, right? Kind of faded away there, right? Got to go up strong. And there's Sayers. And what a defensive play by Barsanti. And that's going to be a charge against Superior Heights. And if that's on Sayers, Ashton.
Was that number 3?
I think it might have been on Sayers. That might be his 3rd or 4th foul.
Just a little bit out of control there.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to slow down just a little bit, but.
Ouellette here for the Knights.
I think here comes a sub for him. Here it looks like
Carrier with a nice screen.
Lucas Cruikshank looks like he's coming. It looks like he may be able to defend 25.
Yeah, Cruikshank's a heck of a football player in his own right, too.
Ooh.
Barsani. Oh, he's got Hukazeli all over him. Ooh. Carrier with a nice defensive play there. Great defensive series by Superior Heights as Drayden Brock now up the right side. Brock looks. Brock crossed past to Richard. Richard one-on-one with Nero. Richard out to Hukazeli. Hukazeli tries to go inside, but again, Ashton, St. Mary's with terrific defense on the inside.
Game seems to be getting a little sloppy. One of the coaches might need to settle this down.
Brock with it.
This is a tempo. Looks like Superior Heights wants to play out more than St. Mary's.
Yeah, absolutely. Sayers turns the ball over there, and Barsani now with it. Barsani over to Nero. Looks like St. Mary's, you're right, Ashton, trying to slow it down a little bit. But Nero, that's a tough play to stop. Nice take inside. But again, like you talked about, Superior Heights, you mentioned this earlier, Ashton. Superior Heights has been absolutely unreal on the boards, and that seems to be continuing here as they've grabbed rebounds on both ends. Ouellette with the ball for St. Mary's.
Yeah.
And I think there was a problem. The clock did not start there. So as the officials take a minute to figure out the clock, I'm going to throw it over to Ashton to thank a few more of our sponsors here.
I'd like to take time to thank the sponsors, Elite 8 Basketball Academy, here on Superior Catholic District School Board, Algoma District School Board, KISS 105, and Country 104.3.
Yeah, we'd just like to thank our sponsors again. And if you're interested in helping out and sponsoring with Sault Sports, please reach out to Jay Houselander at saultsports@gmail.com. That's SAULT sports@gmail.com. It takes a lot of time and effort to bring these games to you. So if you're a business and you're looking to kind of get your name out there a little bit more, please just reach out to Jay. These broadcasts, get quite a few views over time, and it's a great way to kind of get that exposure for your business. So,
and he's doing great things supporting local sports that don't. When we were playing, we never got exposure like this when we were in high school.
I think about that all the time, Ashley. Can you imagine if we had some of this exposure and some of those game tapes still around from back in the day? Oh, that'd be great. So, Ashton, with 5:07 to go, you've coached basketball again. I've said this before, but you've coached for a number of years. What are your thoughts, just general thoughts so far on what you've seen between these two teams?
I thought the second half here has been a little bit more sloppy than the first half, but it looks like maybe they're playing a little bit more loose. But if I'm Superior Heights coach Kulak, I'm telling my kids, settle down, keep the pace up. You're outpacing them. Keep that pace up. Just be a little more in control. And if you're St. Mary's, I'm telling my kids to slow it down. Yeah. Continue. Both teams, I actually thought, for only 10 days of practice, have rotated really well on defense. I know there's been some really good defense in this game. A lot of rotate, a lot of cutoffs and guys clamping down. So, I thought the defense has been okay, but...
To your point, St. Mary's has always been known as a really strong defensive team, right? And they're showing it again here today. And, yeah, I would argue that's kind of been the difference here early on. And, you could definitely see the nerves by both these teams. We've seen some missed layups. But, again, that's kind of expected for junior basketball. As Ouellette now takes it, Dubois back in the game. Great screen there. Oh, I like this, Ashton. I was wondering if we were going to see Nero and Dubois on the court at the same time.
There's a two-handed push.
Yeah. And it looks like that's what we're seeing here. And I think that this is a dangerous combination for St. Mary's, right?
Two big bodies, set screens, clear path.
Here's Ouellette. Ouellette looks inside to Nero.
Here
Great pass. And see, to your point, Ashton, if Richard was able to kind of collapse a little bit more there, he might have stripped that ball from Nero. Right?
And if I'm Nero, I'm turning the other way. Why would turn to your strong hand and get a baby hook in as opposed to a fadeaway left-handed jumper?
Brock with it on the baseline with Nero all over him. Brock has it. Brock over to Hukazeli. Hukazeli tries to drive, and there's going to be
on the floor.
A foul on the floor. So Barsanti with that foul, and it'll be Superior Heights basketball. On the inbound, Hukazeli.
It's a pretty big crowd for a junior game, eh?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, what a move inside. Great pass.
That's a nice take.
Yeah, great shot by Brock. Nice pass by Hukazeli there. And here's Ouellette. Ouellette at the top of the key. Dubois.
That's a bit of a moving screen.
Yeah, Dubois with the screen over to Nero now. Nero over to Cavalier. Cavalier looks inside to Dubois. Dubois back out to Ouellette. Ouellette over to Barsanti. Barsanti over to Ouellette. Ouellette with a nice take inside the left hand, and he drains it.
Good ball movement there for St. Mary's in that possession.
Here comes Superior Heights now looking to counter. Spina with it. Spina looks. It's like great defense by Barsanti. He cuts that off. I really like this lineup, Ashton, that St. Mary's has out there right now.
So do I. Two guys. Yeah.
Look at
that's
that.
Too much. That's a.
What a play. They're going to call a block there. Ashton.
He might have been a little out of position, but it's close. Those are always 50-50.
Ouellette with a great take. But yeah, Ashton, they're running. St. Mary's is running more of a high-low motion here, right? A high-low offense.
They do appear to have moved away from the flex and just running that pick and roll off the high pick and roll.
And Dubois and Nero are two big bodies who can set beautiful screens. And what I like about them is how they use their size to box out and gain position down low. So that's huge for them. As there's the inbound over to Cavalier, and he kicks it out to Barsanti. Barsanti's shot, and that's off. And Madaw back in the game. And Madaw grabs another rebound.
I would like to see them use their size a little more in the rebounding department. They use it to clear but I haven't seen a ton of rebounding from either of them so far.
Here comes Ouellette. Ouellette uses that screen. Ouellette, nice defense there by Brock. Over to Nero. Nero over to Cavalier. Cavalier, what a pass inside to Nero, and Nero able to save it. But here comes Richard. Richard with a great pass to Kruzcek, and that's just out of the reach. And in comes Barone, and Barone is going in for, wow, if Barone's going in for Barsanti, that's the biggest lineup I've seen St. Mary's have put out there in a long time. As the officials are talking with 2:52 to go. Yeah, he is coming in, so this is a big
I think he wants to slow this game down. I think he wants to create a slow pace.
Yeah, and that's 5 fouls now also against Superior Heights, which hurts, right? Ooh. So now they're already in the bonus, St. Mary's.
Did someone get a technical, Bono? Did I miss it?
I didn't see a technical either, but I'm assuming there was a technical called, but I'm not sure against who. I didn't see that either. And Ouellette. If it's 2 free throws in the ball, that would have been a flagrant foul call. What is that called? An unsupported foul or whatever now?
I believe so, but I'm not sure what I didn't see a call either.
That's one of those calls where I believe they called that. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we'll have to find out after the game. We apologize. Either way, St. Mary's now with the ball, up 6. Ouellette with it.
I feel if you're Kulak here, and if St. Mary's scores, you got to call a timeout here.
Yeah.
You got to settle this down. Seems to have gotten a little bit away from you here. Team's unwinding a little bit.
Nero inside. Nero out to Cavalier. Cavalier off the back of the rim. Oh, Brock. Drayden waited for the ball to come to him.
He's got a box. He's got to go get it.
Going towards the ball, but he'll learn that. Superior Heights will be inbounding from the side.
If I'm Superior Heights, I still think I'm looking for a timeout here. Settle my kids down.
Yeah.
They look a little bit frazzled. On the face, they look a little frazzled here, but.
Richard with a nice take over to Madaw. Madaw over to Brock. Brock over to Richard. Richard again. Look at that, St. Mary's.
That's just collapsing. Yeah, good defense.
And Brock. Oh, that almost looked good from where we were, but great rebound by Dubois. Yeah, what collapsing defense, eh, Ashton? 5 guys all down on the ball carrier.
They're letting him get to the free throw line and then just closing in on him.
Yeah.
And he's getting trapped. He's got to see it before it.
Cavalier over to Ouellette, back to Barone. Barone looks over to Ouellette. Ouellette with 10 on the shot clock over to Cavalier. Cavalier inside to Nero. Nero with a great take. That was a good take.
There you go.
Strong.
That's
nice
a crash.
Board. Yeah, nice board again by Dubois. That's an offensive and defensive board in the last 2 possessions. Ouellette.
That's a travel
with
now.
With 1 too many steps. With 1:37 to play, the St. Mary's Knights will have a 6-point lead. Ashton, you kind of feel like Superior Heights needs to stop the bleeding here somehow, right?
A little bit. Need to get a basket here. Any means necessary here. They've.
In comes Julian Chenier.
They haven't scored for probably the better part of 3-4 minutes now.
Yeah.
So.
And Tarazinski come into the game. Sorry, for Superior Heights.
Do you look at bringing Sayers back on early, even in foul trouble, because he seems to be your offensive catalyst here.
Yeah. Oh, and that's going to be a foul on Dubois as he's all over poor Chenier.
The aggression has stepped up quite a bit here in the second half as well, too.
Yeah.
Both teams seem to be a little more going after it here.
Uga Pogda subs into the game for Dubois.
Oof.
Madaw with it. Madaw looks to penetrate. Madaw with a nice take.
That's a good take.
Yeah, nice rebound. Oh, Sayers tries to get the rebound, but Uga Pogda takes it from him. Up to Barone. What a pass. Barone kicks it out to Ouellette. Ouellette nails
If I'm
the
Superior Heights
three.
here, I'm looking for a timeout.
Ouellette extends the lead to 9. Sayers now.
That was a travel.
Yeah, and Sayers again, like we talked about, there's absolutely no room inside, right? You cannot penetrate the St. Mary's defense, so they're going to need to find different ways to score as Carter checks into the game here.
If I'm Coach Kulak here, I'm looking to survive the end of this quarter here and maybe talking to my guys.
Yeah, you can't. You kind of feel like you need a defensive stop here, real bad. And Ouellette goes in. What a block by Madaw. Nero, though, and again it's poked away by Madaw. Barone with the strip. What a feed by Barone. And Carrier nails the 2.
If I'm Coach Magic, I tell my kids at the end of this quarter, this is exactly how St. Mary's plays basketball. Yeah. This is the St. Mary's quarter right here.
Madaw looks. Madaw kicks it out to Chenier, and he's going to get called with a travel. And it's going to be St. Mary's basketball. And Nero checks out of the game, and in comes Stevens for St. Mary's. You hold for last shot here.
I hold for last shot.
You know what, Ashton? I've been watching, like I said, even in the girls, I don't know if we're just, what a pass
wide
inside
open
to Uga Pogda, and he nails it. That was a little bit of inexperience there by the Superior Heights defense, as they did not know how to take that flex motion. As Carter now over to Sayers. Sayers
That's
with
a nice screen.
Jump shot.
I don't think that.
Are they calling an illegal screen? They are. Illegal screen against Superior. Is that not bonus?
Not on an offensive
not on
foul.
the offensive foul, that's right. Ouellette over to Barone. Barone with the... and Barone almost banks that in. After the third quarter of play, the St. Mary's Knights have now run up the lead to 34-21.
And at the end of this quarter here, we'd like to take the time to thank a couple more sponsors here of Saultsports.com, and it's Freeze Frame Photos by Bob Davies, GFL Memorial Gardens, Domino's Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, and Children Aid Society of Algoma.
We'd also like to thank Thomas Hardwood Floor Refinishing. They do all sorts of custom install, restore, and sander refinishing. We'd also like to thank MaxMuros.com. No broker is the same. They earn their stripes by doing things differently, specializing in benefits and pension plans. Visit MaximMoruse.com today. And that's that's MaximUsRose.com. And we'd also just like to thank the Elite 8 Basketball Academy. The Elite 8 Basketball Academy is extremely proud to be sponsoring both boys and girls high school basketball this year. The Elite 8 Basketball offers training and programming for all ages throughout the year. All sessions take place in a fun, safe, inclusive environment inside the new Health and Wellness Center located at Sault College. For more information, you can contact the Academy at elite8basketballacademy@gmail.com or by visiting the website at elite8basketball.com. That's ELITE, the number 8, basketball.com. Sorry, Maximus. I've been working nights and I'm a zombie right now, but that's why I had to spell it out. And here comes St. Mary's. Ouellette with the ball.
If I'm Superior Heights here, I'm looking for an early stop and an early basket to feel like you're back in this game.
Yeah,
it's kind of slipped away from you here, but
you kind of feel like you need to go on a run.
There's
somehow.
a turnover. That's what you're looking for.
Oh, nice work down low by Barone.
There you go.
And it's turned over. Terzinski over to Carter. Carter finds Madaw. Madaw over to Sayers. Sayers looks. Sayers over to Madaw. Madaw looks. There's over to Sayers. Carter now with it. Carter with a nice move. And Carrier gets a hand on the ball.
Those are good active hands right there by 44.
And he's blocked by Sayers.
What a block by Sayers.
And he keeps it in bounds too. And what hustle by both teams. Pogda now up. And Uga Pogda just gets crushed from all angles.
That's a good foul.
Yeah, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Sayers got the Jim jump in there.
Yeah, what back and forth action. Yeah, great hustle there by Superior Heights.
I think if I'm Superior Heights here, I might look to put my starters back in and maybe make one more run at this here. I feel like Richard and those guys haven't been on for quite a while.
And Uga Pogda makes no mistake on the first one. He's had a strong game here today. He's done a little bit of everything for this team off the bench, and it seems like every time they go on a run, he's always on the floor. So nice job by him as he's a little short on that free throw. And Middahl with his problem, got to be his 6th or 7th rebound here so far this evening as he kicks it out to Chenier. And that's a long 3 by Carter, and that's off. Uga
Pogba looking to run the floor.
Yeah, here he comes again. Nice move inside. What a play there.
I think he's taking over this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Outstanding work. Extending the lead to 16. What a take inside. And again, Ashton, like we have said, I know we sound like a broken record, but every time Superior Heights gets past that free throw line, there's 3 or 4 St. Mary's guys ready to stop them.
They're close. Yeah, they're just collapsing, and guys don't look like they're moving to the ball. It's a little tough right now for them, but timeout from Superior Heights.
By Superior Heights with 6:37 to play. 37-21 in favor of the St. Mary's Knights. St. Mary's did a nice job coming back here after a slow start in the first half, where Superior Heights had the lead the entire first half of the game, I believe up until the last minute of the first half.
They did, and since then it's been a it's been a 20-4 run for St. Mary's here.
Yeah, Ashton, I know we're both kind of don't know what to expect too much going into the senior season. Obviously, we know that St. Mary's arguably has one of the most hyped teams in the senior division in a really, really long time. Superior Heights and Cora also have strong teams this year, but preseason, I believe St. Mary's is the favorite. Just kind of talk about what you're thinking and kind of what you're hearing about the senior season so far.
Well, the coaches I've talked to briefly have told me the league should be pretty tight this year. I mean, we've seen the first game. If they've only had the 10 days of practice, Superior Heights might have had an extra day or two, not making the city finals this year in basketball. But we'll see in this first game. This first game is going to dictate, I think, how the season goes early. So
yeah, I'm really looking forward to the season this year. I think there is going to be some parity throughout the year. And, this Superior Heights team, this was it's a tough game here so far to start with, but they're a young team. And Ashton, we've talked about it, right? If they would have hit a couple extra, they had a couple easy layups, if they're able to kind of play a little bit more in control, this is not a 16-point basketball game.
There's some really good building blocks here for Superior Heights.
Absolutely.
They haven't quit. They're fast. They like to play with pace. They just haven't made many shots. But defensively, they looked okay. They've given up a couple things, but I mean, they've just like that. They've created turnovers. They've pushed the ball down the court, but a couple missed shots and a couple fouls, and find yourself in a 16-point game.
Yeah. It's crazy how high school basketball, right? How things can kind of go from close to not so darn fast. As St. Mary's with the inbound. St. Mary's has it at the top of the key. Uga Pogda with it.
It's a
great
nice
baseline take. What a pass out to the corner. And they're going to call a travel there on Allen sub. And it'll be Superior Heights basketball. Hukazeli inbounds it to Richard. Richard comes up. Richard looks. Richard finds Broussard, sorry. And there's a nice take.
That's a nice take, unlucky
there.
bounce.
Hukazeli. Oh, great effort. That should be
St. Mary's ball.
That should be St. Mary's ball. But if you were the official, you could see exactly
It's a tough spot.
why.
John Duke was in there.
Yeah. So Superior Heights will take the break, and Broussard will inbound. Broussard over to Brock. Brock with a nice move. Nice defensive play again. They're going to call
Traden
that.
Brock earning that foul call.
Yeah, they're going to call that against, I believe they're calling that against Barone. Broussard inbounds it, looking to inbounds it.
St. Mary's doesn't seem to be relenting defensively,
Yeah. Wilson out to Broussard. Broussard with it. Broussard looks. Nowhere to go with the basketball. Over to Richard now. Richard with a nice pump fake. And that shot's a little long. There's a battle for it down low. And
that's a nice rebound right there.
Comes out of that with the ball. Barone.
If I'm St. Mary's there, I'm looking to take as much time off the shot clock as possible before shooting.
Barone has Richard all over him. Down low, Carrier pulls up the three. And that's off Drayden Brock's leg. And it's going to be St. Mary's basketball. Eight seconds on the shot clock. Barone looks.
Did that shot not hit the rim? Shouldn't it reset?
I don't know. Yeah, if it did. I didn't see it. Ugapagda throws the ball away.
That's good defense right there by Superior Heights, creating a turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll be Superior Heights basketball with 5:05 to play. The officials are probably having a conversation over exactly that.
I also think in a game like this where it starts to get a little bit away, the final 5 minutes of these quarters can tell what kind of team you're going to have.
That's
Superior Heights going to continue to fight, or are they going to be like just give up and try to move the next game?
Yeah.
If you continue to fight, it's a good thing for the rest of your season.
Timeout by St. Mary's. We're going to toss it over to Jay Houselander for a quick little commercial break.
Do you have hardwood floors that need refinishing? Instead of sanding or trying something you found on the internet, why not call Thompson Hardwood Floor Refinishing? Darren will provide you with quick, professional, courteous service with excellent results. There is no better person to refinish your floors, and best of all, Thompson Hardwood Floor Refinishing can service any floor from real wood to laminates. Contact Thompson Hardwood Floor Refinishing right now at 705-989-6770. Tell them that Sault Sports sent you. That's 705-989-6770.
Welcome back to to St. Mary's. Junior basketball action between the St. Mary's Knights and the Superior Heights Steelhawks.
Superior Heights trailing by 16 here with 5 minutes left. Let's see if they can get a couple of baskets, get back in.
Richard with it. Richard up top. And Ugapagda again with another steal. And Barone now. Barone back to Ugapagda. Up top to Allen Sub. Allen Sub with it again. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Good call by the official as Stevens just had his heel on the baseline. Hukazeli now inbounds it to Broussard. Broussard with it.
This has been a pretty tough half offensively here for Superior Heights. If I'm Superior Heights, I'm just looking to get any type of basket, build on it.
Yeah, as there's a travel call, I don't remember what the score was at halftime. Usually I write that down.
It was 20-17, and then they made it 25-21.
Okay.
They haven't scored since. With about 5 minutes left in the third quarter, they've gone about 8 minutes without scoring.
Yeah, so
it's been tough offensively for them in the second half here. But credit to St. Mary's defense; they've been all over them.
That's what St. Mary's is known for, right? They always play tough defensively, and they're doing a good job of taking away the middle of the court, right?
That's a nice take here.
Yeah, great take by Barone. He's had a solid game here today. And there's the pass up to Wilson. Wilson's shot off, and Sayers. Man, I love the effort that kid plays with. It might be a little bit of reckless abandon at times, but man, if you could, you're a coach. If you have kids like that, it's easy to coach those types of kids.
If you got kids willing to hustle 100% of the time, you'll take it every time.
And
there's a nice play by him.
Yeah, hopefully he gets this one. Not a boy, Sayers. Nice take. He deserved that right on cue.
Ended the run.
Yeah.
If you get a couple here, just even make it competitive.
Carrier with it. Carrier at the top of the key. Carrier over to Stevens.
I like the defensive intensity here from Superior Heights is showing.
Carrier with it again. Carrier looks over to Diaz. Barone back to Diaz.
It's a good job by Brock staying in front of this guy.
Carrier back to Diaz. What a play by Stevens. That's just off the market. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
That's a really good defensive series by Superior Heights. That was a great possession defensively for Superior Heights. Let's see if they build on it here. Sayers wide open.
And Sayers' shot off the mark. Ugapagda with the rebound. And he puts it up to Barone. Barone, who's had a really strong performance here today for the Knights.
Sayers looking to run that lane again.
Stevens. Oh, what a pass by Stevens into Carrier. And
good vision right there.
Mistake, yeah. Great look by Stevens. Here comes Richard. Richard with a nice little spin move. And he gets the roll. What a play by Braden Richard. You got Barone. Barone up top. Barone looks. Barone back to Stevens. Stevens with a great pass inside. Diaz kicks it back out to Carrier. Carrier over to Barone. Barone's shot's blocked by Richard on the outside. And here comes Superior Heights.
No.
And that's just out of reach. And it'll be St. Mary's basketball.
If I'm Superior Heights, taking coaching points for the end of this game and bringing them into practice tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's me working on that transition. If it's not there, don't force it. They've probably forced about 7 or 8 of those just forward passes that don't need to be there like that. And
Barone out to Stevens. Stevens back to Barone. Barone over to Carrier. Carrier looks. Carrier is looking again, looking to work some clock here. And what a nice take. Can't get the roll, but Stevens with a terrific rebound. And Sayers, what effort again. And he kicks it out to Diaz. Diaz out to Ugapagda. Nice pass down low. And what a move by Stevens. And Stevens with the roll. He deserves that, Ashton. He's played well off the bench. Here comes Richard. Richard off the foot of Barone. Back to Carter. Carter to Brock. Brock pulls up. Brock off the back of the rim. Richard, what a rebound by Richard. In the middle of 3 St. Mary's players, Richard grabs the rebound. And with 1:34 to play, we're going to have an inbound play. Ashton, would you like to announce the Team Essentials Player of the Game and Domino's Pizza Player of the Game for the St. Mary's Knights?
For St. Mary's Knights, the Domino's and Team Essentials Player of the Game is number 11, Vedant Ugapagda. I hope I said that correctly.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying all game. I'll probably
Congratulations to him for having one heck of a game here today. He took over the game in the second half, really.
Yeah, I agree.
This has been his show.
Yeah, I think he came off the bench actually too. He didn't even start for these guys, and there were a lot of players who were in who we talked about as being potential player of the games. But Ugapagda's had a heck of a performance here today off the bench. The grade 9 athlete just really stood out. He kind of calmed things down and really just a strong performance for his first game in high school. And for the Superior Heights Steelhawks, we're going to give player of the game to, we talked about Sayers, we talked about Hukazeli a lot, we talked about Drayden Brock a lot, but it seemed like the one guy who kind of kept Superior Heights in this game and was just kind of a calming force was number 1, Braden Richard. So congratulations to Braden and to Vedant on player of the game. You will be getting a free medium pizza courtesy of Domino's, as well as a Team Essentials Player of the Game t-shirt. So congratulations to both athletes, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of them throughout the season. So with 1:34 to play, the St. Mary's Knights hold on to a 41-25 lead here at St. Mary's. Ashton, this kind of dead time here when the game's kind of over, I actually love this because this is kind of where you get to see a lot of the players who grind it out in practice, and you get to kind of see the players who don't get to play a whole lot. So as a coach, when you used to coach in these situations, what were you looking for your players, a little further down the depth chart?
I found kids that I would love to look for kids that love to hustle and play. That the game was still close and you still had a shot at it, and they're going to play to the final whistle. Those are the kids that late in the year when injuries pop up because it's sports. Those are the kids you can look to at the end of the bench that might get something done for you when you least expect it. So I look for the kids that are still going to play hard.
And there's a shot. Nice rebound there by Barone. Barone kicks it out to Diaz. Diaz shot. A little long. Wooten unable to corral the rebound. And Barone over to Katarek. Back to Barone. Barone at the top. Barone back to Katarek. Katarek looks inside. To Hudson. Hudson back out. Diaz. Diaz with Spina all over him. Nice defense. Nice job, but we're using the shot clock here. And there's a shot. That's off. And it'll be a shot clock violation, but doesn't matter because Superior Heights got the rebound.
That's a nice get back by 22.
Yeah, great hustle there by Ryland Hudson, sorry. Chenye will inbound here for Superior Heights with 33.7 seconds to play. And there's the pass out. Krushank with it. Krushank trying to make something happen. He kicks it out to Frost. Frost shot off the rim. Barone tries to grab the rebound, unable to do so. So with 22.3 seconds to play, Superior Heights will inbound the ball one last time.
The difference in this game might be the outside shooting too. Yeah. I don't think Superior Heights has hit one shot outside the key. It's been tough sledding for him offensively.
Spina with a triple. That's off. And there is going to be a foul call, so Spina is going to go to the line for 3 with 19.3 seconds to play. Ashton, as this game starts to wind down, just your overall thoughts so far on the first game of the boys' junior basketball season.
I thought we had a pretty entertaining game here. St. Mary's pulled away late, but it's just Superior Heights offensive struggles here in the second half. But it's not like they didn't have the shots to score. They've just missed a few layups and everything. It's been a pretty entertaining game. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, what the rest of the league has to offer. And I think Superior Heights will be there late.
Yeah, Ashton,
St. Mary's looks very disciplined. Looks like they're ready to make a run too. So.
Yeah, I feel like the score isn't really indicative of how close of the game, right? I feel like it was a closer game than a 14-point game, that we have so far. And again, these. What we saw here, in terms of talent-wise, I feel like Superior Heights can be coached up to compete a little better than they did today.
I think their first 7 are probably on par here with St. Mary's. Yeah. I don't think they have a depth. They clean up the offense a little bit here, and they can be right there. This game here, the score is a little bit indicative of St. Mary's structure, and this is what their structure does for you, right?
100%.
You come into the structure, you're running flex. I think what hurts Superior Heights a little bit too is they switched from that matchup zone.
Yeah.
They started playing a little more man and look a little more scrambled and stretched in the defensive side of the ball here. I think they should have stayed maybe a little tighter in that matchup zone. And
we'll see about that adjustment for the next game. As Barone with it, Barone, he takes it. Nice take again by Barone, and that's off. What a rebound by Frost, and Frost with a pass to Chenye, and what a block to end the game by number 24, Cruz Diaz. Great end to the game for the grade 9 athlete. So, after our first junior basketball game here from St. Mary's College, the St. Mary's Knights have come out victorious with a 41-27 victory. We will be back for senior basketball action at 7 o'clock from St. Mary's here in Sault Ste. Marie. I'm Tony.